Hi, do you know that one of the greatest secrets to having a blissful marriage or a successful relationship, more important than the blood group, more important than your genotype, more important than the person's family background, is the temperament of your partner, the temperament of whoever you are settling down with? In today's video, please allow me to talk to you on marriages, relationships, and temperament. There are four kinds of people on the planet. In other words, there are four kinds of temperaments: the sanguines, the melancholies, the cholerics, and the phlegmatics. For the purpose of this video, I'd like to dwell on the two extremes. For the purpose of having a successful and peaceful relationships and marriages, I like to dwell on the two extremes of the temperament, the melancholies and the sanguines. The sanguines are the people who are very lovely. They are people who loves crowd. They are very excited people. They like to gist and talk and laugh and be around people. They are very friendly kind of people. When they come around you, you'll be very excited. You'll be happy to have them in your life, to have them around you. There are people who do not know how to keep secrets. Now, the other extreme to that, to the sanguines, are the melancholies, the extremely quiet people, the people who are very secretive, the people who are close to being perfectionists, the people who like to avoid being disgraced, who hates embarrassment. There are people who do not like to be around crowd. They don't like to be around people a lot. They like their space. They like to stay on their own. Now, when you are making marriage decisions or decisions about your relationship, it is important for you to put into consideration the need for compliments. In other words, I like to suggest that if you want to get married, don't get married to a person with your temperament. In other words, get married to a person with the opposite of your temperament. That said, if you are a melancholy, get married to a sanguine. The idea is melancholies are extremely quiet people. Sometimes they face a lot of depression. They face a lot of frustration. They face crises and challenges in life that sincerely a lot of them have committed suicide. But it's not the sanguines. Whatever the sanguine is going through, he will talk to people and people will help them out. If the sanguine is having headache, he talks to people. If they're having back problem, if they're having a particular challenge in their life, their job, their business, or their career, they talk to people and they get help. Most of the times, the other temperaments, the melancholies, don't talk to people. They want to face their problems and their challenges alone. They don't want being laughed at. They don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be disgraced. They like to avoid problems. That's not with the sanguines. The sanguines are very outspoken people. They are very wonderful people. They are excited people, even though they don't know how to keep secrets. And that's why there is need for a sanguine to get into a relationship or marriage with a melancholy. The idea is each of you will complement each other. The strength of the melancholy is the strength of the sanguine. The weakness of the sanguine will bring about the strength of the melancholy. In other words, you will have to complement each other. Picture a home where a melancholy gets married to a melancholy. The home will be too quiet. But if a melancholy gets married to a sanguine, the home will be very exciting. I'm not saying there are no exceptions. There are exceptions. There are instances where a sanguine gets married to a sanguine. But in that instance, there'll be a lot of noise in that house. There'll be a lot of secrets flying about. But imagine that a melancholy gets married to a sanguine. The house will be very enjoyable. The house will be very exciting. The house will be very lovely. Because if the melancholy is quiet, if the husband is the melancholy and very quiet, the wife is the sanguine. The wife will make the husband to talk. You cannot be quiet because the wife will come back and bring gist and stories and things that have happened to her in the day, and you will be happy as a melancholy to help her provide solution and give advice. That's the joy. That's what comes with getting married to a person that's opposite of your temperament. I'm saying this to tell you that if you want to have a blissful home, if you want to enjoy your relationship, you need to start thinking about people with the opposite of your temperament. I say this to tell you that a lot of people get to consider the blood group, the genotype, the family background, and overlook the need to get married to people with the opposite of their temperament. This is what will bring about happiness and excitement for you in your relationship or your marriage if you get married to the person of your opposite instead of getting married to yourself. I like you to understand that things are changing. The world is dynamic. You need to be smart. You need to be strategic when it comes to things that will bring about joy and happiness to your life. Things that will make you have a wonderful life, a wonderful home, and a wonderful career. If you make up your mind to begin to apply these strategies and these things you have learned today from this personal development class, then you'll be glad you did.